Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. It's been a crazy year and I have beefed up my collection a lot. So today I'm going to go through all of my movies and kind of show them one by one, because the last time I did this was about a year and a half ago, just about, and like I said, my collection has beefed up tremendously. I have upgraded. I have gotten rid of old editions, and just in general, I went a little crazy in 2024 with my physical media purchases. So, strap in and let's go on this ride together. So first and foremost, I'm going to take you around the room for just a quick moment, and then we're going to jump into the films. I just want to give you the scope of things. So here is our main shelf. Okay, this entire front side is just horror. Same with this shelf here. We've got Arrow at the top, but all of this is horror and horror box sets. All of that down there is horror as well, that I just ran out of room for, right there. Up here, we've got some various sets. Down here, we've also got some excess and the Blu-rays in this section. Even some there. My little makeshift projector stand for now fell off the wall. Criterion, some nicer releases here that aren't necessarily horror, except for those there. All my Christmas films that I got out. And if you jump around here, we've also got this entire side full. So let's start up here, shall we? I have this in order of release date. If you haven't seen my system before, go back and check out my previous video to see how things have changed. But the first released onward, and then I have all of my, different sets together. So Texas Chainsaw is with 2, and so on and so forth. So we'll start up here with Psycho. This is Arrow Video's set, the 4K set that came out in 2023. One of my favorite sets in my collection. We have the David Gordon Green Halloween Trilogy Steelbook set on 4K. Love the way this looks. The Ultimate Scream Collection. These are all DVDs, but I just love this set because this slip comes off, and you've got the DVDs individually. Nightmare on Elm Street Collection on DVD. Gorgeous, gorgeous set. I love when all the movies are individualized in their box sets. Halloween box set from Scream Factory, and Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory. The Chucky Collection from Arrow, Book of the Dead, Necronomicon version of The Evil Dead. The standard release of the Arrow Video, what did they call this? Into the Video Store collection. Some Charles Band films. And we'll jump over this way and just get into it. So, first and foremost, TerrorVision's Dante's Inferno. When this was announced, I was stoked. This is one of my favorite horror films of all time. This was actually the first silent film I ever saw. And I was very, very excited to see TerrorVision put this out, because I had purchased from them before and really loved their work. So, got a lot of different versions on here. I haven't jumped into this one yet, even though I've had it for over a year. So, yes, I really glad to have that finally in the collection. We've got Kino's The Golem, Kino's Cabinet of Dr. Caligari Blu-ray, Nosferatu on Blu-ray, Kino. Now this is the oldest Arrow Video release I have. This is, look at that, Arrow Home Entertainment. This is a DVD of Nosferatu, and it's got a new score in place, and it's the Type O negative music score. So I haven't watched it with this score yet, but yeah, very interesting release from Arrow there. Hexen, absolutely love this release from Radiance. I watched this gorgeous 4K transfer on a Blu-ray, and I read the booklet that comes with it. Just fantastic release, one of my favorite of the year. Kino's Hunchback of Notre Dame on Blu-ray. Let's see, who's this one? Image, I think? Yeah, Image Entertainment. Phantom of the Opera, Blue. Faust Kino Blu-ray. Great film. And then the classic Universal Monster set with art by one of my favorite artists, Alex Ross. That was actually the reason I purchased this set, was for his commissioned work. The Columbia Horror box set from Indicator. Excited to jump into this. Limited 6,000 release. Kino's White Zombie. King Kong. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Howard Hawks' The Thing from Another World. This is a premium collection release from Warner Brothers. The Thing DVD with the cool slipcase, slipcover. The Thing Steelbook from Scream Factory, one of my earliest boutique purchases. The Thing 2011. Invasion of the Body Snatchers from Olive. The 4K Invasion of the Body Snatchers from Kino. Excuse me. I Vampiri from Radiance. Haven't watched this one yet, but wanted to pick this up. A lot of my purchases this year were blind buys. Same goes with this. Indicator's El Vampiro. Two Tales from Mexico. Frankenstein's Daughter. The Fly collection from Scream Factory. The Mummy. This is the Hammer Mummy, if I'm not mistaken. Village of the Damned and Children of the Damned, the originals. Village of the Damned from John Carpenter. Blu-ray Psycho set, because that only has the 4Ks in it, so I like to have the Blu-rays as well. 7852 Hitchcock shower scene from Scream Factory. Psycho Legacy from Scream Factory. The Psycho remake. Kino's Black Sabbath. Dementia 13 from Vestron. The Haunting. The Haunting of Hill House. I Drink Your Blood. This is, I think, the only Grindhouse releasing title that I have without a slipcover, which is sad. Night of the Living Dead. This is the Millennium Edition with a lot of new special features. That's the reason I got this one. I love this film. But yeah, it's got a lot of goodies on here. And then the Anchor Bay 30th Anniversary Night of the Living Dead, which has a brand new cut of the film with additional scenes that were recorded for the 30th anniversary. The Sorcerers from 88 Films Tygon Collection on Blu-ray. Witchfinder General on 4K. Curse of the Crimson Altar on Blu-ray. Rosemary's Baby, the limited edition from Paramount Scares from the UK. Severin's The Mummy and the Curse of the Jackals. The Beast in the Cellar from 88 Films Tygon Blu-ray. Count Yorga Vampire from Twilight Time. Found this at Goodwill for $1.60, I think. And The Blood on Satan's Claw from 88 Films on 4K. Gargoyles. Raro Videos, The Night of the Devils. Excited to check this one out. From Radiance. Cannibal Man by Severin. Asylum by Severin. Severin's Invasion of the Blood Farmers. Super Beast from Scream Factory. Frogs on Blu-ray from Kino, from their Kino Cult line. Stanley and Horror High from Vinegar Syndrome. Dario Argento's Deep Cuts from Severin. Radiance Messiah of Evil, one of my favorite personal releases. This was a blind buy last year, or at the beginning of this year, I think I grabbed it. And absolutely loved it. One of my favorite blind buys. The Wicker Man imprint collection with various different cuts of the film. Nicolas Cage Wicker Man right next to it. The Beast Must Die from Indicator. Really like this film. The UK limited edition Exorcist with the steelbook inside. Let me pull that out. My preferred release of this 4K. If I can get this out. Let's see. There we go. Gorgeous original art there. The Exorcist Believer. The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. And this is a slipcover with a steelbook. And there, the Antichrist from Kino 4K. Black Christmas 4K from Scream Factory. Black Xmas 2006. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on 4K from Second Sight. This was one of the releases that I wanted the most that I didn't get on its original run. And went out of print, and I was able to pick this copy up for a little over retail about 6 months after it went out of print. Got it so cheap from Grindhouse because it had that slit at the top, so doesn't bother me too much. I'm just happy to have this release. One of my favorites. Texas Chainsaw Massacre DVD. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Blu-ray Steelbook. Scoot down here. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K Steelbook from Dark Sky. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 Vinegar Syndrome limited edition release. And now, inside of this, I've got the original slipcover that came with it here with the Scream Factory TCM2. And now in this one, I actually picked up an Arrow Video slipcover for the original TCM that I thought was awesome. But I put that on the Vinegar Syndrome 4K release. Just because I don't have a standard edition of the first Texas Chainsaw to put it on. So I threw it in here and put this one on the shelf to display because I like it better. But yeah, that's my weird little thing. I like to mix and match things in my collection sometimes. Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Next Generation. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Remake. Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning. I need to get these on Blu-ray, I know. Texas Chainsaw, the Lionsgate Steelbook version that came out this year. Leatherface, same deal. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this is a bootleg from the Netflix movie, the new one. Son of Dracula. Eaten Alive from Tobe Hooper. Misery and Carrie double feature from Scream Factory. Shockwaves from Blue Underground. Then we have a few Kino Cult here, all on Blu-ray. Squirm. The Food of the Gods. Empire of the Ants. And Kingdom of the Spiders. Now this completely underrated release flew under the radar for me, and I don't really hear many people talking about it too much. Martin from Second Sight. This is a fantastic release. I can't remember if this is 4K or just Blu-ray, but this is gorgeous. I blind bought this for a good deal on Grindhouse as well, in their scratch and dent section, I think. I don't see any damages, though. So, I don't know. But got this for a great deal. Maybe I got this on Whatnot. I can't remember. And, yeah, very, very pleased with this release. One of the unsung hero releases of the year for me, because I just got it this year. I'm not sure if it came out. I think it came out in 2023, but pick that up, watch that film. Very underrated film, honestly. I really was surprised by that. Dawn of the Dead 4K from Scream Factory. Vestron's Shivers Steelbook. The Toolbox Murders from Blue Underground. The Beast in Heat from Severin. The Psychic, Lucio Fulci from Severin. That's 4K. Piranha from Scream Factory on their Roger Corman Cult Classics line. The Dawn of the Dead Ultimate Cut DVD set. This was, yeah, I love this set. This is awesome. Got that this year as well. Zombie, Dawn of the Dead. This is the Dario Argento. It's got Argento's version. It's got a few different versions. This is a German release from Midnight Factory on 4K, and it's got a lot of different versions of this film. Halloween, the extended edition. This is with the TV extra inserts from Anchor Bay. 4K Halloween Steelbook, one of my favorite releases of all time. It's just gorgeous. The Halloween Complete Collection, the standard edition of the box set. Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. This is the producer's cut on Blu-ray, but I love that VHS slipcover. That's why I kept it. Now this is the 4K collection of Halloween from 1995 to 2002. And what I've done, this might be blasphemy for some of you, but I've taken all the 4K discs and put them in this collection, and I sold the Blu-rays. So this has got all of the new Scream Factory 4K box editions. I've got the boxes in the closet that are like those. But I've got the Halloween 4K, and then this is the, like I said, I like to mix and match. The Halloween 2, the original Scream Factory Blu-ray release of Halloween 2. Let me pull that out for you, just because that is my favorite artwork of Halloween 2. It's just gorgeous, and I wanted that. So I got that original Blu-ray release, but then I shoved it in this 4K edition. So there you have it. And then some more mix match. That is Halloween 2 30th anniversary, I think, with the Terror in the Isles documentary on it. So yeah, got a lot of different things going on in here. But yeah, just love that artwork. And then you've got the Rob Zombie ones in here that are just on Blu-ray. But yeah, that's where the rest of those Halloween 4Ks are. Next up, we have H2O, the 4K Steelbook with the slipcover on it. Halloween, 25 Years of Terror. Halloween, The Inside Story from the Biography channel. The Rob Zombie Halloween 1 and 2 Ultimate Edition from ViaVision. And this actually comes with the theatrical and unrated cuts of both on Blu-ray. Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 on Blu-ray Steelbook. Loved this Steelbook line in 2023 from Lionsgate. The Halloween 1 and 2 Rob Zombie. I just loved this slipcover. I mean, picked this up at Walmart in the $5 bin. But inside here, I've actually put the theatrical cuts on DVD of each of those. Because I had those. Mardi Gras Massacre, there's some nudity on there. Don't Go in the House from Severin. Another underrated release from Second Sight, When a Stranger Calls. This one's out of print now. I don't know if the standard edition is in print, but I got this. Yeah, that's right. I got this with Martin on Whatnot one night. So really, really enjoyed watching this release. And it's got the sequel in there too, When a Stranger Calls Back, I think is what it's called. And I watched that one as well. TV movie. The Alien Anthology, and it has 1 through let's see. Don't want to get this wrong here. Yeah, 1 through Resurrection in here. Got this secondhand, so it's all beat up. It doesn't have the outer box. Alien vs. Predator. Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Then this is the Alien 35th Anniversary Edition. So I'm just going to move this out of the way because it's making me nervous there. But in here, some more mixing and matching. I actually put Alien Covenant and Prometheus in this set because they weren't in that one. We've got that in there, but I kept the 35th anniversary art cards and the comic of Alien because I loved that, and I love the outer box there. So yeah, I mean the disc that was the Blu-ray disc that was originally in here is the same one as that. So I mean, no big deal. Just a nice place to keep those other 3 films, or other 2, Covenant and Prometheus, without having to take up a little extra space. 4K of Zombie from Blue Underground. Severin's Beyond the Darkness. Vinegar Syndrome 4K of the Amityville Horror. The Amityville Horror Trilogy. Blu-ray from Scream Factory. The Amityville Horror Remake on DVD. Scream Factory The Fog Steelbook on 4K. And The Fog on Blu-ray. That's Steelbook. Friday the 13th From Crystal Lake to Manhattan DVD collection. His Name Was Jason documentary DVD. Crystal Lake Memories on Blu-ray from 101 Films. Midnight from Severin. Eaten Alive from Umberto Lenzi, put out by Severin. Maniac on 4K, Blue Underground. Cannibal Holocaust from Grindhouse Releasing. Motel Hell, 4K from Scream Factory. The Shining 4K. Room 237, just love that slip. Cannibal Apocalypse 4K from Kino. The Gates of Hell. This is from Cauldron, their exclusive slipcover for City of the Living Dead. So, just loved that. And this is a 4K release from Cauldron. Cauldron is it's up and coming. It's an up and coming boutique that I think they do great work, and they'll do some more great work in 2025, I'm sure. Beyond Terror from Cauldron. The Unseen by Scorpion, I think. Yep. The Apocalypse Tetralogy from Vinegar Syndrome. All 4 films there. Anthropophagus 4K from 88 Films, along with Absurd 4K from 88 Films. And if we go down here, I've also got the Severin Blu-ray combo pack of these 2 movies with the different art on there. Alright, next we have The Prowler on Blu-ray from Blue Underground. Just going to take these out, make it easier on me. Cannibal Ferox from Grindhouse Releasing. The Beyond from Grindhouse Releasing. I'm really hoping that they announce their 4K restoration of this on physical media this year. I'm really looking forward to that. The Howling from Scream Factory. Howling 2 from Vinegar Syndrome. This is 4K, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 4K of Burial Ground from Severin. The Other Dimension and the Films of Fabio Salerno from Bleeding Skull. Prom Night. Prom Night 2. My Bloody Valentine from Scream Factory. My Bloody Valentine 3D remake. Nightmare from Severin. I think that's 4K. Great restoration of that one, by the way. Saturday the 14th from Scream Factory. Saturday the 14th Strikes Back. 2 underrated spoofs. Really enjoy those. Basket Case Midnight Collection is a German release. Basket Case The Trilogy from Second Sight. This is a Blu-ray steelbook. Love this release. Was trying to get my hands on it for a little bit, and got it for a fantastic price on Whatnot. The Last Horror Film with Tom Savini. This is a 4K from Severin. I actually prefer this slip case to their Maniac 2 iteration. Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2 4Ks from Scream Factory. Boarding House from Agfa and Bleeding Skull. Poltergeist. Poltergeist 2 and 3. The Evil Dead, fantastic Anchor Bay steelbook. Evil Dead 2. Army of Darkness 4K steelbook from Scream Factory. Evil Dead on 4K from Scream Factory. Then Evil Dead 4K from Scream Factory steelbook. Evil Dead Rise 4K steelbook. Creepshow Blu-ray from Scream Factory in the box. Creepshow steelbook 4K from Scream Factory. Creepshow 2. Night of the Demon from Severin. Vinegar Syndrome's Mountaintop Motel Massacre. Sleepaway Camp from Scream Factory. Christine. Pieces from Grindhouse Releasing. Strange Invaders from Imprint. Cujo on 4K from Kino. Got this one when it was mistakenly on Amazon the week it came out for $11. Was able to get that. Chud, Anchor Bay. The Gremlins collection. It's got 1 and 2. And then one of my favorite releases of 2024. The Overseas Nightmare on Elm Street box set. With the gorgeous, gorgeous steelbook here. And some art cards, which I don't really care about. But love this hard box. I didn't want to get the steelbook iteration of this art because I didn't think this art looked good, to be quite honest with you. But it actually looks great in this hardbox edition. So I don't know how it would look as a steelbook, but this art on this box just sells it as a old school VHS release. So I think this art for the box is killer, and this is what they should have went with the steelbook on the domestic release as well. But I got this one, so no complaining from me, and it is still available on Orbit and Diabolic, I think. The Nightmare on Elm Street collection box set. Now, this is unique. I actually got this from Whatnot as well. This is a foreign release overseas. If you live in America, this is overseas. And this has got them all individual. This is awesome. I've never seen this. I had never seen it before I found it, and I still haven't seen it since this edition of it. I've seen this artwork with just that one case version, even with the slipcover. But this has all... Not every film is individual. They've got 2 films per disc, or per case, I think. They're on now, yeah. Per disc, looks like. But still, this is a much better release than we got here in the US, in my opinion. And it's got some documentaries on it as well. And what I did, like I said, I love to just shake things up and be fun with my own personal collection. I put the remake in here as well, because this only came with the original series, and I wanted the remake in here too. So here's what I did. There you go. I made it work, so now I have them all in one location. But I'm looking forward to if they put out a 4K box set. I'm looking forward to what that's going to look like this year. So that's the rumor, at least. We'll see. Put those in backwards, but fix it later. Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street Legacy. This is that long documentary. Sledgehammer from Intervision. The Ghoulies, Blu-ray. And then this is Ghoulies 1 and 2. Day of the Dead from Anchor Bay. The Return of the Living Dead 4K Steelbook from Scream Factory. And this is their 4K standard edition. Return of the Living Dead on DVD. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Also a great film. Horror House on Highway 5. I think this was my first Vinegar Syndrome purchase. I got this. It was out of print when I purchased it, but got it on Facebook Marketplace. Very happy with that one. That's a fun movie. I've got a review of it on the channel. The Dark Power from Kino. Blood Cult from DeGosser Video. Demons 1 and 2 from Synapse. These are Blu-ray. Fright Night. Maximum Overdrive. Region 2. Rawhead Rex. Yeah, and this year I got a region-free player, so I was able to get some overseas releases. Night Ripper. The Ripper. The Abomination from Visual Vengeance. And then Trick or Treat from Red Shirt Pictures, or Red Shirt Entertainment, whatever they call themselves. They partnered with Synapse. Great restoration and release of that. A DVD version of this that I found at a Peddler's Mall a while back. Critters Collection from Scream Factory. The Gate Steelbook from Vestron. Prince of Darkness 4K from Scream Factory. Bad Taste. Still waiting on that 4K box set of those earlier films from Peter Jackson. The Lost Boys Blu-ray. The Great Opera release on 4K with all the mini cuts from Severin. Slaughterhouse from Vinegar Syndrome. Night of the Demons Steelbook Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Night of the Demons 2 from Olive. They Live Blu-ray Steelbook from Scream Factory. And They Live 4K Steelbook from Scream Factory. Alright, next we've got many copies of Killer Klowns from Outer Space. We've got the DVD, Midnight Movies. I just love this cover. Couldn't part with it, especially because once you pop it in the DVD player, it's got just a fun menu screen. I don't know. Then we have the Scream Factory 4K. Scream Factory 4K alternate slipcover, which is my preferred. Scream Factory 4K Steelbook. I even like the alternate slipcover more than I like the Steelbook, but I do like the Steelbook. And as you could tell with my Funko Pops there, I do love this movie, and I've got a review on the channel of this release, unboxing. The Blob 4K Steelbook. Absolutely love that cover. Love that art. Got that from Whatnot on a good deal, but then they released a second run of it. But before that, I got this Scream Factory 4K, Pumpkinhead 4K Steel, Pumpkinhead 4K from Scream Factory, Intruder from Umbrella. Love this movie. Was stoked when I saw it announced. Haven't yet watched this release from Umbrella, but I do love this gore zone recreation that they included here. Umbrella just knocks it out of the park every time. Every time. This year has been their year for sure. Also have the Synapse Umbrella release. This has, if I'm not mistaken, a documentary that isn't on the new Umbrella release, so wanted to keep that one. McPherson tape from Agfa and Bleeding Skull. Kino 4K of Nightmare Beach. Things from Intervision. Cat in the Brain from Grindhouse Releasing. The Tremors Complete Collection, which I don't think it's complete anymore. I know they've got the show and all. Pet Cemetery 1 and 2. The Dead Next Door. Fun little zombie flick. I can't remember if this is shot on video. I think it is. Psycho Paul's Film Festival. It. Still don't have a Blu-ray of that one. Pennywise, The Story of It documentary. The 2017 It, or 16, I think it's 17. Star Time from Vinegar Syndrome. The Sect from Shameless. Dr. Giggles, Brain Dead, or otherwise known as Dead Alive. This is the German release of it, or a German release. Ghost Watch, really like this set from 101 Films. The Leprechaun Collection, that Lionsgate Steelbook run that I loved so much. The David Nelson Collection, Volume 1. Scream, the original trilogy. Now, this is another makeshift box set that I've done. So, in this came the original 3 Scream movies on 4K and a bonus Blu-ray of those 3 and a documentary. So what I've done is I've just taken that Blu-ray. I didn't like the blue disc in there, so I put the Blu-ray disc, or the blue case in here with the 3 other 4K black cases. So I went and put the Blu-rays in each of the 4K cases respectively, and then I added Scream 4 in a black Blu-ray case. And in this one, you also have the bonus disc that came with the set. So, the best of all worlds here. I just like to mix and match in my collection. It's the way I like it. Some may not, but yeah, this is my collection, and it's for me. So I enjoy doing this stuff. That's half of the fun of it for me. Then we have Scream, the newer one on 4K, which is the 5th one, Scream 6 on 4K. Then we have this one. I found this at Goodwill. The Ugly. I'd never heard of it, so interested in checking that out. The Burning Moon from Intervision. The Plague of Zombie trilogy from Intervision. Asylum of Terror from VHS Hitfest. The Haunted House, or the House on Haunted Hill combo pack, 1 and 2. Then another of my favorites, The Blair Witch from Second Sight. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous edition. And the Imprint Second Sight, or Imprint Blair Witch Project Collection with the Book of Shadows in there as well. Then the Steelbook Collection with the Blair Witch Project and Blair Witch from 2016. And I will say, the Second Sight is a gorgeous for found footage. I mean, it's a great release. I really enjoyed that one. Stir of Echoes, Deep Blue Sea, which I'm actually going to take this out of the collection because I just pre-ordered the Arrow Deep Blue Sea. Flesh Freaks from Saturn's Core. American Psycho 4K Steelbook. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Final Destination Collection. Anatomy. The Others. Venomous. Shredder. 13 Ghosts. The Collingswood Story. Good little early found footage film. Scarecrow and Scarecrow Slayer. And then Scarecrow Gone Wild. Ghost Ship with the lenticular cover. Signs. Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever 2. High Tension. 28 Days Later. 28 Weeks Later. Sabretooth. Rose Red miniseries. Fear of the Dark. I'd never heard of that one either until I found it at Goodwill. Dog Soldiers. Wrong Turn 1 through 6. Wrong Turn remake from 2022, 21, something like that. Family Portraits, a trilogy of America from Severin. Good underseen movie. Wolf Creek. Toolbox Murders, the remake. Hobbs End. The Ghouls. Satan's Little Helper. And Malevolence on this shelf. Jack-o'-lantern. The Saw collection. Jigsaw Steelbook. Spiral 4K Steelbook. And Saw 10 4K Steelbook. Man with the Screaming Brain. The Descent. Desperation. The Hills Have Eyes. Blu-ray set with 1 and 2 unrated cuts. Pot Zombies from Troma. Land of the Dead. Then a few Masters of Cinema with John Carpenter's Cigarette Burns. Dario Argento's Jennifer. And Tobe Hooper's The Damned Thing. And then Fido. It's actually a bootleg. I didn't realize it until after I'd gotten it. Stay Alive. Drive-Thru. Fun slasher. The Ginger Dead Man Trilogy box set. Ginger Dead Man vs. Evil Bong. Slayer. Hostel 1 and 2. Lichen Colony from Visual Vengeance. Poultrygeist from Troma. Death Tunnel. Silent Hill. Slither. The Mist 4K Steelbook. And I do love this slipcover. How cool is that? It's awesome. Dead Silence. 1408. Diary of the Dead Steelbook. The Signal with a lenticular cover. Wind Chill. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Wreck. Quarantine. Cloverfield. The Poughkeepsie Tapes. Shaun of the Dead. I'd really like to have the new 4K Steelbook. It's still a bit too pricey for my taste. Roadkill. That's a... Is that the Australian one? Yeah, that's a fun movie. The Strangers 2-pack. Redneck Zombies. Frozen. Pandorium. The Haunted World of El Superbeasto from Rob Zombie. Triangle. This I found at a pawn shop, so it didn't have a case with it. The Second Sight Paranormal Activity limited edition set. Gorgeous set. The Collector. The Collection. The Last Exorcism. The Crazies remake. Insidious, the 4-film collection. The Night Shift. Rare Exports. Just watched this one for Christmas this year for the first time. It was fun enough. Apollo 18. Haven't taken the tag off that one yet. The Tunnel. Sinister. Blu-ray Steelbook. VHS. VHS 2. VHS triple feature with $94, $99, and $85. Love this this steelbook here. And VHS 99. I just love this artwork too much to part with it, even after I got the triple feature. You realize I don't have VHS Viral because, yeah, that was intentional. I might get it eventually, but Tomb of Terror. The Wailing by Leo Rod. So this is I had never actually seen this anywhere, and I've not seen this online even. So if anybody has seen this anywhere, let me know, or if you've watched this. I watched it. It was actually pretty good. So I think it's based off of La Llorona, if I'm not mistaken. It's been probably about 4 or 5 years since I watched it. A Haunted House. A Haunted House 2. The Purge 4-movie collection. This is another one where I also threw Forever Purge in there, the 5th one. So The Purge Season 1. The Purge Season 2. Love that series. Mockingbird. The House is October Built. Unfriended. The Babadook. What We Do in the Shadows. And then What We Do in the Shadows Season 1 bootleg. The Gallows. Deliver Us from Evil. Alien Outpost. The Invitation from Draft House Films. Love that movie. The Witch. And The Visit. The Guest. 1974. The Possession of Altair. Tales of Halloween. Baskin from Scream Factory. And this one, 1974, was from Cauldron Films. Krampus. Train to Busan. The Green Inferno. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Shin Godzilla. The Belko Experiment. The Endless. Tigers Are Not Afraid. The Ritual. Highly, highly underrated horror flick, I think. I don't think there's a domestic U.S. release of this. Cure for Wellness. It Comes at Night. Love that one. Split. Get Out. Life. Phoenix Forgotten. The Monster Project. And Screamers. Hashtag Screamers. Hellfest. Ruin Me. Hereditary. A German media book of 2018 Suspiria. This is broken there, so it always comes off. But still need to watch this. And this is 4K. No, I think this is just the Blu-ray of it. Overload, or Overlord rather. Followers. Found Footage 3D. Haven't seen that, but it sounds interesting. Unsane. A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place Part 2. The House That Jack Built. The Nightingale. The Lighthouse. Midsommar, or Midsummer, however you'd like to say it. Trick. Crawl. Come to Daddy. The Lodge. Haunt. Sator from Cauldron. Color Out of Space. Steelbook. This is 4K. The Invisible Man. Open 24 Hours. Spree. Human Zoo. Willy's Wonderland, which is a much better version of Five Nights at Freddy's. Tin Can. Host. It Came From Below. Army of the Dead bootleg. Antlers. The Vinegar Syndrome Censor. Amazing movie on its own, but I just love this artwork here. Steelbook of Skinamarink. Steelbook of Smile. Dash Cam. Barbarian, once again, bootleg. Studio 666. Night Explorers, The Asylum. Nope. Midnight Mass boot. Mad God. German release of this, special edition. Gorgeous. X. Cobweb. The Boogeyman. Bunker. Hellraiser bootleg. Hellraiser Judgment. And then we've got Bloodline, Inferno, Hellseeker, and Hellworld. That one. Hellraiser Revelations. Infinity Pool. This is a Blu-ray in a DVD disc or case. Husera. Can't really pronounce that one. Feed Me from Vinegar Syndrome. Or rather, XYZ films. Both of these were. OCN partner labels. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Steelbook. Talk to Me 4K. The Fall of the House of Usher bootleg. Thanksgiving. Late Night with the Devil Steelbook. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Late Night with the Devil from Second Sight. And Late Night with the Devil from Umbrella. Couldn't decide which one I wanted, so here we are. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 from Umbrella, special edition. I need to put this beside the first one there. And lastly, the 4K of Longlegs. Alright, we finished this shelf. Let's make our way over to this one here. Here we have 6 Gothic Tales by Edgar Allan Poe with Vincent Price in all of these. This is my Arrow section here. The Hellraiser trilogy, 1 through 3. Then the first one I have another one of the fun Umbrella slip covers here. He Came from the Swamp, the William Griffey collection. Fun movies. Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast. Fun movies. Cold War Creatures. 4 films in this set here. Weird Wisconsin, the Bill Rebane collection. Haven't seen these yet, but I'm excited for them. The American Horror Project. Just a standard edition on this. American Horror Project Volume 2. I did prefer the first volume, but second, not that bad. Love, Death, and the Apocalypse. 3 films by Alex de la Iglesia. Have not yet watched these. Sergio Martino collection with 3 of his films. And then we have The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. Basket Case. The Blu-ray. Blood and Black Lace. Colobus. Not sure if that's correct, but this is a fun one. I did not expect this to be as fun as it was. Reanimator. Tenebrae. Kill Baby Kill. The Stuff. The Burning. 4K of Torso. 4K of Friday the 13th. Absolutely love that artwork. Madman on 4K. Death Screams. Dementor, as well as Jugface. These are good films. Good little indie flicks. Recommend those. Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Once again, the Arrow edition. Candyman Steelbook. Zombie Flesh Eaters Steelbook. It's a hefty sucker. And then this one's kind of coming apart. I got this on a scratch and dent sale. The Driller Killer Steelbook. Then one of my favorite steelbooks, Demons and Demons 2. Love these films, and just this steelbook is just gorgeous. I wish Arrow would do steelbooks again, because they are top tier. The City of the Living Dead 4K limited edition from Arrow. House by the Cemetery 4K limited edition. Beyond the Door limited edition. All of these are limited edition, so I'm going to stop saying that. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The 80s. Is it 84? I can't remember. But fantastic film. 4K from Arrow. The Hills Have Eyes, and this also has a steelbook inside. They're steelbooks, man. They're top tier, I'm telling you. And then Deep Red. And this one I got without the book in it. I think I got this secondhand somewhere. The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. This is just the Blu-ray limited edition. Phenomena 4K. And J Horror Rising. Excited to jump into these. This will be sort of an introduction to J-horror for me. Alright, now let's jump to our Terror Vision collection. WNUF Halloween Special. Killing Spree. Video Violence, the Snuff Collection. This one was released back when they were with OCN, but I also picked up the standard edition, quote-unquote, with the slipcover that they put out this year. So, just loved that slip. Threw it in there. Copperhead. Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout. Captives. Cannibal Camp Out. Shrek. Killer. Malum. Lost in the 80s, the Joe Zasso collection. America's Deadliest Home Video. Dream Stalker. Hell's Highway. Family Dinner. Hollowgate, fun Halloween movie. The Jar. Wood Chipper Massacre. What Happens Next Will Scare You. The Newly Deads. In the Woods. And I'm going to take these out. Here we have Out There Halloween Megatape, the WNUF sequel. Gorgeous, gorgeous packaging on both of these. I'm excited to get in Rumpelstiltskin and the Radioactive Reporter, Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter. And then here we have Frogman, which is a fantastic found footage film that came out this year. So I was pumped when Terror Vision put this out, because I watched that on Tubi, and yeah, really, really enjoyed that. Alright, next we have the complete Lindsay Baker Giallo collection from Severin. The Hammer Horror Triple Shock Volume 2. We've got Volume 1 somewhere in here. You'll see that in a moment. Then we have Homegrown Horrors Volume 2. Homegrown Horrors Volume 3. And I do have Volume 1. Oh, right there. So, yeah, this is going to be more of a fun way to jump into it. Just because we have all this. Let's see. The Dungeon of Andy Milligan from Severin. All of the Andy Milligan collection. Mexico Macabre from Indicator. And then I'm not going to pull all of these out just because it might be a little difficult right now. But we've got the micro-budget Magic, Myth, and Mutilation, the micro-budget cinema of Michael J. Murphy. The Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee Collections 1 and 2. The Incredibly Strange Films of Ray Dennis Steckler. Homegrown Horrors Volume 1. House of Psychotic Women, Rarities Collection. Dance Macabre, or Danza Macabra, Volume 2. And then I've got Volumes 1 and 3 down there. And then we have the Bob Clark Horror Collection, Cushing Curiosities box set from Severin. All Haunts Be Ours. Hemisphere Horror for 4 to 5 films there. I think there are 5 because that bottom one's a double feature. And then Triple Shock Volume 1 from Hammer. Now let's check these goodies out. So, first up, the newest in the mail, the Terrifier Art Attack Collection 1 through 3. Just watched 3 a couple nights ago. My favorite of the bunch. Found Footage Phenomenon from Shudder. Haunters, The Art of the Scare. Smoke and Mirrors, the story of Tom Savini. These are documentaries, of course. Lost Soul, The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau. All the Colors of Giallo. Tales of the Uncanny. This was an accidental film that was made during COVID, and it's actually great. It's a documentary on anthology horror. Highly recommend that one. Shockorama Video Party. It's got 4 films in here. Tales to Keep You Awake, Spanish anthology series. Bloodorama, Triple Frightmare. And then here we have the Well Go USA Phantasm box set. Next stack. The Houses of Doom box set. 4 Italian made-for-TV horror films from Cauldron Films. Great set there. Hell House LLC, the complete collection, 1 through 4. The lenticular cover from Umbrella. Cult Horror Collection. It's not really technically horror. Inside the Criminal Mind, 30-episode documentary collection, true crime. Young Frankenstein, Making a Serial Killer documentary series. Evil Places, 4 more films. And then the Hammer House of Horror complete collection. That show. Alright, I'll try not to show too much of this here. The Flesh and Blood Show, the horror films of Pete Walker. Inside the Mind of Coffin Joe. Gothic Fantastico, 4 Italian Tales of Terror. That's a tongue twister. Next in these stacks, I got this fun VHS of Exists and Boggy Creek double feature. So I don't know how this was made, but it's so cool. Haven't popped this one in yet, and I also haven't seen either of those movies, so I'm excited for that. The End of Civilization. 3 films from this director. I'm not even going to try to say that. I'm so sorry. That's from Radiance. Gorgeous set. Televised Terror, Volume 1. And the Paranormal Activity Ultimate Chills collection. Now for our last stack here, let's see if we can pull it on over. Boogeymen, the Killer compilation. This is just a compilation of clips of all of these, the iconic horror slashers. Boris Karloff, Master of Horror, 20 films that he stars in. One of my favorite actors. Going to Pieces, documentary on slasher films. Cult Terror Cinema, 12 movie collection. Video Nasties, the definitive guide from Severin. Fantastic documentary with loads of content in here. And then we also have Volume 2, which is just as good. With even more features there. Drive-In Cult Classics, Volume 2. It's got 8 films in here. You know what I never realized? These are very similar. Wow. Okay. Creeping Terrors in both. Land of the Minotaurs in both. The Hearse is in both. Bloodlust. Well, there you go. I don't even know if I need this one. Yeah, there are a couple in there. Never noticed that. And then, yeah, this one's also very similar. Terrified, Mad Men, Okay, Gorehouse Greats collection. I mean, I got these. I mean, these are always super cheap. They're Mill Creek sets, so I'm not too broken up about it. The Veil, 5 episodes of Boris Karloff's hosted show. The Boris Karloff collection. This has got some great films in here, 5 of them. The Wes Craven horror collection with Serpent and the Rainbow, Shocker, and The People Under the Stairs. George A. Romero's Dead Time Stories Volume 2. "100 Years of Horror," hosted by Christopher Lee. This is a show, and this particular one is, what's that say? Mutants and Freaks. So I'd love to get all of the episodes of this show. Really, really fun show. I watched it on Prime a couple years ago. 50 horror classics with all of these goodies. The Boneyard and 6 Degrees of Helter Skelter documentary, and a bonus movie. And then horror classics 50 movie set that we've all seen. These Mill Creek sets. Crazy. Alright, let's check in on the horror we have up top. So here we have the Friday the 13th collection. This was 50,000 made. Love this set. And this was essentially... I never grew up with Friday the 13th. I was a Halloween household. So this was kind of my introduction to the series. Then over here we have the Midsommar Director's Cut. Godzilla -1 here. And down here we have, actually before we get into these, this Nightmare on Elm Street collection. this foreign collection. I found this at a Peddler's Mall a long time ago. One of my earliest purchases. Just doesn't do this series justice here. Then some more films I don't quite have the room for right now. The Suffered. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been able to find too much information on this one yet. But I found this at a Peddler's Mall a couple weeks ago. And, I don't know. Seems different. So, picked it up. The Innkeepers. Hobgoblins. The gorgeous slipcover from Vinegar Syndrome. Gut Pile from Saturn's Core. In Memoriam from Bleeding Skull. Fear.com from Dark Star. And then Halloween Don't Fear the Reaper cut. It's, of course, bootleg of the 3 David Gordon Green films cut together for a 4-hour mega adventure. And I think it cuts a lot of Halloween ends out of it. So I haven't finished this cut just yet. Bone Tomahawk, Blu-ray Steelbook. Goodnight Mommy. And Attack of the Killer Refrigerator. And it also has The Hook of Woodland Heights. So, there you go. Not done just yet. I still have a few more horror in the collection. Here we have the Psycho 4K Steelbook, which is gorgeous, of course. Let's see here. Down below, just didn't have room over there, the Saw collection. This is the workhorse that I get in and out and watch the movies in. We have Criterion Hexen. We have Vampire. We have, let's see, The Phantom Carriage. Rosemary's Baby. And The Uninvited from Criterion here. As well as The Innocents. Night of the Living Dead is the Blu-ray. War of the Worlds, not quite horror, but, you know, it's in the in-between there. And then down here, we have, this isn't horror, but The Tenant. And then these are kind of the Ozploitation Rarities Volume 1. The, let's see, Final Cut is kind of horror. The other two, no. Crosstalk is kind of horror. The other two, not so much, but, you know, close enough. Then I did want to show these off. Okay. So these Anchor Bay Fright Packs, 6 premium horror films. They have 4 iterations of this. This is the Devil Made Me Do It release. Comes with 6 DVDs. Just a fun release. Then we have, let me grab the rest here. This one is the Campy Classics. Man's Worst Friends. Some good movies in here. And The Walking Dead. And these also, it's really cool. I got these all from Whatnot in one stream from a good friend on there. And he even threw this in for me. Fright Pack Cooler Than Hell. Cooler. Which is amazing. It's an actual cooler. So, yeah, that's just super cool set there. Okay. Just a few more. So first we have the Hellraiser Quartet of Torment Chatterer variant box set. This is from Arrow. They are all 4K scans of the first 4 Hellraiser films. I do still have this. I kept it for one reason and one reason alone. Special features. So if you look here, you'll see Leviathan, the story of Hellraiser, a brand new version of the definitive documentary of the making of Hellraiser. This is a multi-part documentary on Hellraiser and Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. This is not actually included on this set, which is very bizarre. But yeah, I wasn't going to keep this. I was going to get rid of this set. But with that documentary, I still haven't watched it yet, and that's one of the things. I'm a sucker for making of documentaries, specifically in multi-part series. So that's one reason I have to keep this older set. So that's Quartet of Torment, though. Next, we have the Coffee Table from Vinegar Syndrome. Fantastic 2024 movie. Definitely check this one out if you haven't seen it already. It's a Spanish language film. Very, very good. Here for Blood, one of the most underrated 2024 horror movies in my eyes. I don't see anybody talking about this, and this is actually in my top 10 2024 horror movies. So this is such a fun movie. I know I've said that a lot, but it's just a blast. It's comedic, very funny, and just a really good time all around. Next, we have Arrow Video's 4K of Trick or Treat, and this is the standard edition slipcover. I did prefer this just because, you know, you've got the original artwork back there anyway, and this was just a little different, and I kind of liked it. So there's that. Next, we have the Stone Tape, an early kind of it's similar to what can I compare this to? Kind of like Ghostwatch or something, but it's not quite the same. It's also from 101 Films, just as Ghostwatch was here, and it's an early BBC British supernatural film. So it's a nice little watch there. Second Sight release of Possessor. This is a really good Brandon Cronenberg film. If you haven't seen that, check that out. The notorious Vinegar Syndrome release of The Keep. Was stoked to have this one. Pre-ordered this in the Black Friday sale. Eyes Without a Face from Umbrella. Once again, Umbrella knocking it out of the park consistently. This is a 4K release of this film. I really, really like the movie itself. I've actually been holding off to get the Criterion version. However, I don't know if I necessarily need that anymore. I know Criterion always have different special features than all of these other releases, but I don't know. I think this is a great release. It's got a little stuff there from shipping, but great release from Umbrella. Just as The House of the Devil. I haven't watched this yet, but this is one of the only Ty West films I have not seen, and I'm really looking forward to it, from Umbrella Entertainment as well. Next, another Arrow Video 4K release, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I've got a lot of copies of this movie now, but this is just one I couldn't pass up on. Arrow Video always knocking it out of the park, just as they did with this one. I know it's got some issues apparently with the Dolby Vision, but yeah, I've got the Vinegar Syndrome 4K regardless, so yeah, if I have trouble with this one, I can always watch it with that release. The TerrorVision Rumpelstiltskin. This is a gorgeous set. Not much else to say about it. Still need to watch this 4K disc. Second Sight's Creep, one of the movies that I've been wanting to get on physical media for so long, and now I finally have it. So very excited to jump back into this, especially with the special features. This is a 9-film collection from Charles Band. Demonic Toys trilogy, Ginger Dead Man trilogy once again, and the Killjoy trilogy. Visitors and Dead Girl. And last stack here we have the newest edition. Just got this in the mail today. Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter, also from TerrorVision. Haven't seen this one, but very excited to check out this 4K. Faces of Death collection. Snagged this from Walmart, and I was ecstatic. I walked up to the shelf, and there were none left, and then I got a little sad, but then this was actually laying down, and I couldn't see it from a specific amount of distance. So as soon as I got right there on it, I could see it, grabbed it, didn't let go until I got home. Pearl DVD. Got this for $5 at Walmart. Good deal. Complete Blood Island films from Severin. I was really upset I didn't get to get the previous release of this. Happy it got a second run, and I actually might prefer this version to the previous one. The Substance 4K, fantastic movie. And yet another Evil Dead 4K release from Scream Factory. This is my favorite variant of their releases of Evil Dead. So, very glad I got this one from Walmart. And last but not least here, Deep Blue Sea 4K from Arrow Video. Really like this film and excited to jump back into it.
We did it. That was a lot. But that's where we're at right now. I do have a few on pre-order that should be coming within the next few months. But I did just want to give an update on where we are. This was the entire horror collection as of now. Now, I went a little crazy in 2024 with my purchasing and building the collection. I'm not going to do that again. 2025 is going to be completely different. I'm going to turn a new leaf, and we're not going to go through that craziness again because, to be honest, it's just not financially feasible, especially this year for me. So, that's where we stand. I likely won't be updating the collection very much within the next coming year. You know, I'll pick up some titles here and there, but I'm going to slow down and try to watch the movies that I do have and enjoy my collection as it stands now. So, hope you enjoyed this quick walkthrough of the collection. This was part 1. As before, I made a 2-parter with my horror standard editions, and then I made a second video, this was about a year and a half ago, of my box sets. I'm going to do something different this time. I showed you everything of horror. Next, I'm just going to jump into my Blu-ray collection as well as the rest of my DVDs and special features. So this time I'm just breaking it up between horror and everything else. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, like it, and please comment. Tell me what you don't like about my collection, what you do, some ways we can relate through the community of Blu-ray collecting and just film appreciation in general, because that's when I want to steer more towards this year, 2025. So chat with me, send me a comment, and we'll get some conversations going in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the video, and as always, when the street light comes on, come on home.